You're watching live coverage of the 90th Ohio FFA State Convention. This webcast a production of Ohio's Country Journal and Ohio AgNet. FFA Convention coverage at ocj.com, powered by Wilmington College.
I believe in the future of agriculture. This familiar statement also rings true for FFA members across America. I've discovered many parallels between my experience in FFA and WC. Both seek to foster personal growth and develop leadership skills through hands-on learning experiences while also preparing young men and women for career success. Since my time in the Blue Jacket has come to an end, I believe in the future of agriculture even more, and I believe the future of agriculture continues here at Wilmington College.
And now live from the Celeste Center in Columbus, Ohio, the team of Ohio AgNet and Ohio's Country Journal and your 2018 Student FFA reporters.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us as we pick up the Ohio FFA Convention. It's year number 90, and boy, I can flash back to when we used to start clear over on the other side of the fairgrounds, and we recognize the same effort, though. We recognize young people for putting forth that effort, and it's exciting to see so many people still involved in the program. I've got three people with me who've been spending a good bit of time with us and checking out what's going on. And by now, I think we all know we've got a lot of things to cover. So, Abby, you've got the mic on your end. Tell us a little bit about what have you done since the last session, and what are you looking forward to in this one?
So before this session, we watched the talent show, which was really cool. Seeing all the talent that these FFA members have is pretty amazing, and I'm excited to see these girls be up on stage to get their start books, and I'm really excited to see that and all the other FFA members too.
So we talking officer books, or what are we talking, Mackenzie?
Yes, we're talking officer books. I got my Gold Secretary's book, which was really exciting, and I'm really excited to go see everyone out there and then maybe go up on stage too.
So tell us a little bit about what did you do that you think might have made your book stand out compared to others? What kind of detail did you put into it?
Well, I always made sure every single meeting that I took the notes correctly and that I followed what the FFA organization said. And also, I kind of made it exciting. I had colored binders and colored tabs just to put a little twist on it. It was really cute.
And Emily, you're also up for one of those chapter awards?
Yeah, I actually got gold on my secretary's book also.
So you two might be standing side by side out here.
Probably, yeah.
What did you do differently that you think might have helped you out?
Well, I actually kind of did the same thing as she did with the colored tabs and stuff, and I used colored paper and did different fonts and made them cursive and all fun stuff.
So do you like the idea that there's a competition for officers' books?
Yeah, I think it's really fun, and it challenges you to see how organized you are with your office and what you do for your chapter.
So that's something you think we ought to continue and the foundation ought to continue to support?
Yeah, I think so. It's really cool to see everybody and hear them talk about, oh yeah, this is what I got on my book and this is what I did. You get different ideas.
Great. Abby, what's up this summer?
I'll be working this summer at local farms. I'll be working with some pigs and some cattle, and I'm pretty excited about that, and going to the state fair.
You excited more about the pigs or the cattle?
Probably the pigs.
Well, it sounds like you're going to be doing some farrowing things. There'll be a lot of fun and a lot of squealing going on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Mackenzie, any squealing for you this summer?
This summer I'll be going to a couple leadership camps. One of them will be Hobie. I'll also be joining everyone at FFA camp. I'm super excited, and I hope to see everyone there.
So any idea what you'll be looking to accomplish? I mean, you're going to take some time and some money to go. What do you hope to bring home out of those?
I hope to bring home some leadership skills, definitely just because it's a leadership conference, and kind of get more in tune of how I become a better leader, not only for my chapter, but for my community as well. It's just a really big role I hope to fill in my position here.
You two are both seem to be similar in that you're both up for officer books, and you're also both talking about leadership programs this summer. What will you be attending? Or think you're attending? You're not sure yet.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about going to the Washington Leadership Conference. My ag teacher keep pushing, you really should go. You love leadership stuff. This is the greatest idea to go and do. So I'm still up in the air about it.
I would say in addition to FFA camp, it was one of the single biggest things that I enjoyed. At that point, where it was only the president and vice president went, and now they've obviously opened up to other programs. But it was a great opportunity to see people from all across the country and see what they do, largely like what you're seeing people here. So who ell's met a state officer that they talked to during the session? I know they're really busy. Anybody meet a state officer?
I did.
You did? Who did you meet?
I met Emma Stewart. I met her yesterday, and we actually did an awkward dance video and put it on her Instagram. So.
An awkward dance video.
Yeah, one of us did the nay-nay, and I did the whip, and it was just crazy.
Where do we find these?
It's on Emma Stewart's live story on Instagram. It's a boomerang, actually.
That's way over my head. Mackenzie, can you explain any of that so I'll understand it, or not really?
Instagram, so that's a social media site, and then like every single person on there has a little story that they can share with them and like with their followers, and like a boomerang is just like a repeated video over and over. So it's kind of just like if I like jump out, like all you see me is like just jumping out back and forth.
So I see some of those and think they had technical difficulty, and reality was it was something they intended to do.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
great.
how my mom feels too, so it's okay.
All right, you guys kind of checked it out. What's in this session? Who wants to go?
Super excited for this session. We get to go for our Gold Secretary's book, so it'll be a really great session.
What else is in the session? Anybody know?
They're also recognizing the CDE award winners, so that's
Okay,
pretty
you got to
cool.
slow down. CDE, it's alphabet soup. What is it?
Career development events.
Okay.
That all of the members have participated in throughout the whole year, different contests and stuff.
Give me an example.
I was in food science, so we went and got to see different types of food and how they're different and
So we're talking about all the judging contests and those kind of things. Public speaking involved in that as well?
Yeah.
All right. See, we just called them public speaking and judging contests, but now they're CDEs. So sometimes it's hard to keep up, and if you haven't kept up, sometimes it's a little difficult to say, is that something we did, or what's the name difference? So it's fun to be able to do that. Were all of you in different CDEs?
Yeah.
What were you in, Abby?
I was in food science, livestock judging, public speaking, job interviews, nature interpretation.
So you couldn't find anything you liked?
Yeah, I liked them all.
Oh, you liked it? And isn't that nice you can do that?
Yeah.
Because there didn't used to be as many. So we've added to that. What about you, Mackenzie?
I've participated in a bunch of them as well. I did soil judging, job interview, public speaking.
Which soils judging? There's still two.
I did
rural or urban? Rural, okay. What did you like the most of all of them?
Probably I love the job interview the most, just because like it's something I really enjoy doing. I like talking to people and then getting to know everyone. It was a really cool experience, and I got to move on to districts, and it was just an amazing experience.
Emily, what's your CDE experience?
I actually did parliamentary procedure, and then I did food science, and then extemporaneous speaking, which is in the public speaking, and I also did livestock judging.
Did you like extemporaneous? Because that's the only one I really liked.
I loved it. I was actually really nervous and stuff getting in there and writing a quick speech, but I really liked it. It was a really cool experience.
Maybe that was my problem. I actually never wrote the speech. I just kind of read some things and decided we'd go with that. So.
Yeah, I was nervous with the time counting down. They're like, you have this much time to get your speech done. I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah, now that you warned me, I'm even more nervous about it, right?
I guess.
So, you remember what any of your topics were? Did you really like any of them?
The one I did was about the GMOs with feeding and like should they make it fast or slower process.
I guess it might depend on what side of it you're on. So, and it looks like USDA's got a listening session starting on kind of some new definitions on that. So, be interesting what our topics might be in the next 2 to 3 years. Did I read correctly? The creed speaking will be during this session as well. I think they're doing the creed speaking in that.
I think so.
It's one of the many things that FFA members all have in common to get their green hand degree. They've all got to do it, depending on the chapter, some version of 2 to 5 chapters of the creed. So it's something we all can share that we've done together. So that's always kind of nice to know that some of those things still trace back to the very beginning. So anybody want to play a history lesson? Where do the FFA jacket start?
Ooh.
Let's put it this way. He is from the chapter as a state president candidate this year of where the FFA jacket got started. Oh, come on. Fredericktown. You didn't know that? I thought that was part of the test stuff we had to do. What year did they allow women into the FFA?
1969.
1969 nationally. Ohio was 1966. You guys were actually in the forefront of starting the national picture. It was fun studying all that stuff in the manual. You guys, I'm surprised. When you're a national officer candidate, you have to know that and what page it's on. So just so if you're planning that down the road, it might be different now. I don't know, but it's a lot of fun. So as we take a look down the road, tonight's session, anybody looked ahead? What's up for tonight?
There's going to be recognition of the state degrees.
A bunch of them.
Yes, many.
But isn't it nice, because when we did it, they did a certain number. They took the population of the state and the FFA, multiplied it by whatever factor, and those are the ones that got it. Now they have it where everyone who meets a minimum qualification, like a degree would make it sound like, can be recognized. So everyone can work and be recognized from that. So great opportunity for everybody.
It is, and Abby's actually one of them that's going to be receiving it tonight.
What chapter, so we know where you'll fall in the A to Z concept?
RG drag, so I'm kind of towards the end this year.
2/3 of the way in. Great opportunity, though, to be able to do that. How many of you think you might work for your American degree down the road? Emily?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it after receiving my state degree tonight. I'm really excited to work for my American degree.
And you'll have 3 more years afterwards to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Mackenzie, what do you think?
I definitely want to work towards it for next year because it's just a big part of our chapter. It's kind of one of those big turning moments in your degree in your year and your journey in the FFA for us.
Looks like we're getting ready for Honor of Our Country.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great to honor our country, and I assume that's one of our talent, folks. When you think about the number of people that participate and the band and choir and the hours that they put in to get ready for this, it's pretty remarkable that it takes away from the rest of the convention time, but it's one of the talents that many people bring in here. Anybody ever been in a band or choir?
I actually was in band my 6th grade year of elementary school. I played the flute and then did choir for 2 years.
Which did you like better?
I actually like playing the flute because I can't sing at all.
And she's painfully honest. Abby, Mackenzie, either of you?
Yes, I actually did the same thing. I played the flute, but didn't get to do the choir just because I am tone deaf, so no way, not doing the choir.
Abby, I think they're sisters. They're up for the same record book. They're both going to the training, and they both played the flute.
I'm a little out of it. I played the French horn in middle school, so.
I played the trombone, but that's just the way it's. I don't know if we had. We had marching French horns, but I don't think the concert series had many of them. So, but bottom line, it's a lot of fun. And again, it's kind of like the FFA. It's evolved over time to help more people get from where they are to where they think they want to be, because everybody has such diverse interests. So it'll be interesting as we watch this back on the web years to come and say, all right, how much changed? Who did I run into along the way that given me a different outlook on a proficiency, a CDE, a foundation sponsor that talked to you once or twice, or a guest speaker. All those things could be very interesting down the road as you make careers out of whatever it is you like to do. So the blue and gold still has some things very much in common for all of us, so enjoy that. Any closing comments, Abby?
I'm just excited to see all the participants getting recognized for everything that they've done this year. I think it's really cool, and they made it to the state, and that's really awesome.
We can say hard work pays.
Oh, yeah.
Mackenzie, what do you think? What's your wrap-up?
Well, I hope to see everyone out on stage, and I'll say hi.
And she's also looking forward to see you at the leadership programs.
Yes, very much.
And Emily, what's up for you as you wrap this thing up?
I just want to say congratulations to everybody out there and all their hard work and accomplishments, and just seeing all of everybody's hard work over the year and all the work they put forward to it. It's just awesome. So congrats to everyone.
Well, congrats to all of you for taking the extra time and energy to be a part of this. We appreciate it. We want to thank the folks at Wilmington College for sponsoring our online program and look forward to the upcoming session here at the 90th Ohio FFA Convention.
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the 4th general session of the 90th annual Ohio FFA State Convention. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel.
Station by the door.
Your duties there?
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there?
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among our members and strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there?
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripen with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce that at this, the 4th general session of the 90th Ohio FFA State Convention, there are 8,379 members and guests registered. Mr. President. Thank you.
FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, our agricultural opportunities, responsibilities. May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this session of the 90th Annual Ohio FFA State Convention duly open to the transaction of business or attention to any matter which may properly be presented. Please help me in welcoming two of our State Vice Presidents at large, Carly Koppler and Philip Eberly, to open up this afternoon session.
Hey guys, guess what's trending?
What actually is trending?
Well, trending is an idea or an action that starts to catch on with those around us.
Yeah, but there's good trending, and then there's really bad trending.
Bad trending?
Yeah, let's see some examples.
Like prancer-sizing.
Hello, I'm Joanna Rohrbeck of Prancer Size LLC, and I'm here today to show you the 4 modes of prancercise. I've got my ankle weights in place, and my music's ready. So let's stop talking and do some walking.
Or like fidget spinners.
I'm going to show you some of the hottest moves you can do with a fidget spinner. Here's what you need. Confidence. This one's called Double Trouble. This is the trick that really put me on the map. This next trick is called the bunny hop, and I'm gonna let this one speak for itself. Check it. So sick?
Oh, I get it. Like parkour.
Parkour! Michael, parkour! Parkour!
Extreme! Together, or we go one at a time.
Here it is, here it is. Truck to refrigerators to dumpster, 360 spin onto the palace, backflip gainer into the trash can.
Yes, gainer! Yeah!
Parkour, parkour!
Parkour! Parkour!
I'm right behind you, Andy! Come on!
Do it! Yeah!
Yeah, like that.
Exactly.
So then, what are good trends?
Well, the FFA Creed was once a trend.
Or this blue jacket was once a trend.
Gotcha. Then, like, agri-science fair projects were trends.
Exactly. The difference between good and bad trends is that a good trend has a real mission and lasts for weeks, months, or years, becoming a movement and an essential part of any successful organization.
Throughout this afternoon session, we're going to see some of the greatest trends of the Ohio FFA. We'll first hear our FFA Creed. We'll recognize those outstanding chapter officers. We'll hear from our National Secretary, Erica Beyer. Then we'll meet some of our career development event and agri-science fair winners. And lastly, meet the individuals who've had the biggest impact on our FFA journey. Ohio FFA members and guests, let's get amped for session 4. Because if I can start a trend, then we can make a movement.
If someone asked you why you are or were in FFA, how would you respond? Many of us would revert to the FFA Creed, but that might be too long of an answer. It was exciting when Twitter doubled its character limit last November to 280 characters per tweet, but you can only fit the last paragraph of the Creed in that space. Believe me, I've tried. But why do we always want to recite the FFA Creed? It's because we all memorized it during our FFA career, and more importantly, saw how it related to our lives. The Creed serves to establish collective vision and goals with the intent of providing purpose and direction to individuals as well as the organization. Said in the right way, the FFA Creed is brought to life, which this next individual excelled at. Thanks to the generous support of Mrs. Lindsay Hoskinson and Mr. and Mrs. John Hugh Haas, here's the Ohio FFA Creed winner, Morgan Anderson from the Amanda Clear Creek FFA chapter to present her variation of the FFA Creed. Please join me in welcoming Morgan.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Morgan Anderson, and I proudly represent the Amanda Clear Creek FFA chapter. Today, I will be presenting the FFA Creed by E.M. Tiffany. The FFA Creed was written in 1928 and adopted in 1930 at the 3rd National FFA Convention. I believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith born not of words, but of deeds. Achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturalists. In the promise of better days through better ways, even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years. I believe that to live and work on a good farm or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits is pleasant as well as challenging. For I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life and hold an inborn fondness for those associations which, even in hours of discouragement, I cannot deny. I believe in leadership from ourselves and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly with such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculturalists to serve our own and the public interest in producing and marketing the product of our toil. I believe in less dependence on begging and more power in bargaining, in the life abundant and enough honest wealth to help make it so for others as well as myself, in less need for charity and more of it when needed, in being happy myself and playing square with those whose happiness depends upon me. I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, in that I can exert an influence in my home and community, which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task. Thank you.
Think back to each of your chapters. Who are the support systems? The ones who are at every event working behind the scenes to ensure that that activity runs smoothly. Your chapter officer teams. At this time, we will recognize our gold-rated secretaries, treasurers, and reporters from chapters all across the state. These officers have worked hard to not only attend every activity, but they work diligently to complete their officer books. Their books were then judged at the district level and given a bronze, silver, or gold rating. At this time, Colson McCoy, our state secretary, will introduce our gold-rated secretaries.
Keeping an accurate record of all meetings and corresponding with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet. These are just a few of the responsibilities that a chapter secretary takes on. Whether it be long hours spent planning and coordinating agendas, taking minutes of meetings, or writing thank you letters, they have put in the time and effort and make sure that their chapter is always organized and running smoothly. Each of these FFA members have taken their role as chapter secretary above and beyond their basic duties. They've created a secretary's book that has earned them a gold rating in their individual district evaluations. At this time, sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products, it is my pleasure to introduce to you your gold-rated chapter secretaries.
Ellie Sayer, Amanda Clear Creek, Ashley Landis, Anna, Caitlin McKenna, and Sonia, Laura Caswell, Anthony Wayne Penta, Alexandria Les, Arcanum, NVCTC, Jenna Binger, Bellevue, Corey Avials, Black River, Destiny Hupp, Blanchester, Grace Locke, Bloom Carroll, Paige Lane, Botkins, Kate Korsnack, Bowling Green, Brant Hellman, Bradford, UVCC, Kristen Denlinger, Brookville, MVCTC, Abby Faye, Buckeye Valley, DACC, Caitlin Denny, Cardington, Lincoln, Emily Mata, Gary, Lyndon Ferguson, Carrollton. Abigail Wallace, Clear Fork Valley. Lauren Bruns, Coldwater. Brenna Miller, Covington, UVCC. Kaylin Anders, Delphus. Cassandra Cochran, East Knox. Adrian Moran, Eastern Brown. Jonah Nissen, Eastwood. Trent Borman, Eaton, MVCTC. Hunter Bontrager, Edgewood Butler Tech. Rebecca Muslin, Elgin. Austin Becker, Fairbanks. Jessica Batten, Fairlawn, UVCC. Sarah Ward, Fayetteville. Emily Holcomb, Firelands. Kayla Leonards, Fort Recovery. Morgan Hissong, Franklin Monroe, MVCTC. Haley Rook, Fredericktown. Jordan Ivland, Genoa area. Lily Gerwin, Gibsonburg. Megan Nolan, Global Impact STEM Academy. Heidi Rolfe, Greenfield McLean. Kelly C., Greenan. Alicia Meeks, Greenville. Kirsten Harp, Hillsboro. Alexander Becker, Hillsdale. Drew Walker, Houston, UVCC. Nick Phillips, Indian Valley. Connor Pipke, Jackson Center, UVCC. Keely Wright, Kenton, Ohio High Point. Kaylee Savage, Liberty Union. Bryce Pugh, Logan Elm. Drina Wiseman, Logan. Elizabeth Oni, London. Maya Switzer, Laudenville. Catherine Kirk, Lynchburg Clay. Elizabeth McDowell, Madison Plains. Gabby Lanehart, Manchester. Tony Schritz, Mapleton. Jessica Garvin, Margaretta. Greg Switzerman, Marion Local. Lena Hawthorne, Marlington. Savannah Fellows, Marysville. Jolie Black, Meadowbrook. Taylor Ayers, Mechanicsburg. Liza Bear, Miami East, MVCTC. Emily Hornberger, Milton Union, MVCTC. Elise Stuckey, Mohawk. Sheridan Gillespie, Morgan. Morgan Beck, Mount Gilead. Wyatt Kissel, Mount Vernon. Sydney Miller, National Trail, MVCTC. Jenna Heitkamp, New Bremen. Megan Nutter, New Lexington. Audra Adams, North Union. La Army Reed, Northeastern. Claire Vaughn, Northwestern. Grace Stork, Northwestern. Paige Maybach, Norwayne. Harley Torrey Johnson, Oak Harbor. Montgomery Alexander, Otsego. Courtney Luderman, Paulding. Carly Cluxton, Peebles. Kayla Wise, Pettisville. Will Flattery, Plymouth. Jasmine Mabry, Preble Shawnee. Adele Bogardis, Pineman Tuning Valley. Alexandra Walker, Ridgedale. Mackenzie Jolliffe, Ridgemont. Emily Bookless, Ridgewood. Kinley Martin, Ripley. Rebecca Lillibridge, Riverview. Marina Shane, Riverdale. Shelby Nicole, Riverside, Ohio High Point. Chloe Hyde, Ross Butler Tech. Michaela Feldner, Shenandoah. Abigail Stoll, Smithville. Alexandra Burton, South Central. Alyssa Lambert, Southeastern. Valerie Ham, Southern. Aaron Rausch, Southern Local. Jasa Adker, Stone Ridge Pickaway Ross, CTC. Walter Mingus, Talawanda Butler Tech. Megan Reynolds, Tays Valley. Ellie Gerhardt, Tecumseh. Cassidy Music, Tri-County North, MVCTC. Brennan Durst, Tribe Village, MVCTC. Caitlin Crow, Twin Valley South, MVCTC. Megan Drake, United. Rachel Herring, Upper Sandusky. Taylor Frawley, Upper Valley Career Center. Ashlyn Dunn, Urbana. Shaylee Warner, Utica. Mackenzie Hogue, Valley View, MVCTC. Hannah Betts, Van Buren. Hallie Mills, Versailles. Madison Bowman, Wampakoneta. Stephanie Saunders, Waterford. Corey Johnson, Wauseon. Savannah McKee, Wellington. Taylor Fikar, Wes Holmes. Adeline Caldell, West Liberty Salem. Joshua Stackhouse, West Muskegum. Alyssa Spears, Western Brown. James Bell, Zane Trace. And Bailey Lowe, Felicity Franklin.
Let's give another round of applause for our gold-rated secretaries. At this time, State Treasurer Emily Mullen will present the Treasurer Awards.
Warren Buffett once said, "Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone else planted a tree there a long time ago." Any FFA member that accepts the role as chapter treasurer has also taken on the task of ensuring that he or she is setting their chapter's finances up for future success and growth. These next FFA members that we will recognize have spent the last year keeping meticulous records on every financial transaction made within their chapter. Their attention to detail has allowed them to be awarded with the Gold Rated Treasurers Award. Sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products, Ohio FFA, help me by welcoming our Gold Rated Treasurers.
Hannah Six, Alexander. Bryson LaHillier, Amanda Clear Creek. Tyler Zimfer, Anna. Ethan Fisher and Sonia. Madeline Mangold, Anthony Wayne Penta. Jacob Oswald, Arcanum, MVCTC. Harmon Hostler, Bellevue. Lane Griffin, Benjamin Logan. Anna Shearer, Black River. Gabriella Guglielmato, Bloom Carroll. Sid Grames, Bowling Green. Gabriel Gill, Bradford, UVCC. Austin Gatt, Buckeye. Juliana Andreas, Buckeye Valley, DACC. Alicia McElwee, Cardington, Lincoln. Isabel Leisure, Cedarville, GCCC. Molly Post, Coldwater. Cody Wright, Delphus. Paige Walker, Easton Brown. Austin Nissen, Eastwood. Blake Whitesell, Eaton, MVCTC. Brooklyn Ashcraft, Edgewood Butler Tech. Naomi Hickman, Eden. Case Schwartz, Elgin. Joseph Laborie, Elmwood. Audrey Scheiderer, Fairbanks. Dale Beck, Fairfield. Dustin Turner, Fairlawn, UVCC. Maggie Pollard, Fairview. Andrew Stevens, Fayetteville. Joseph Glassmeyer, Felicity Franklin. Bianca Inman, Firelands. Colin Bowerback, Fort Fry. Kristen Keller, Fort Recovery. Taylor Armstrong, Franklin Monroe, MVCTC. Cassidy Small, Fredericktown. Brady Linker, Genoa area. Trace Dyer, Georgetown. Nicholas Torno, Gibsonburg. Emily Hayes, Global Impact STEM Academy. Eric Anderson, Greenfield McLean. Marin Gilbreth, Geenan. Shelby Alloway, Hardin Northern. Garrett Milburn, Highland. Kennedy Claycomb, Hillsboro. Eliza Mertz, Houston, UVCC. Emily McClellan, Indian Valley. Colton Rose, Jackson Center, UVCC. Jordan Ash, Lancaster. Taylor Weatherford, Laurel Oaks, CDC. Kelton French, Liberty Union. Caleb Bowens, Logan Elm. Lexus Fickle, Logan. Ryan Peterman, London. Carol Williams, Lynchburg Clay. Martina Miller, Madison Plains. Sam Cravier, Manchester. Alexis Baker, Mapleton. Katie Van Hoos, Marysville. Ellie Schufer, Mechanicsburg. Alex Isbrandt, Miami East, MVCTC. Tori Evans, Miami Trace. Mackenzie McCrae, Miami Valley, CTC. Sam Schilling, Mill Creek West Unity. Danielle Albo, Milton Union, MVCTC. Cody Dirksen, Massinawa Valley, MVCTC. Mackenzie Satterfield, Morristown. Kayla Barker, Mount Gilead. Rachel Kimball, National Trail, MVCTC. Hunter Drues, New Bremen. Carrie Collis, New Lexington. Nathan Stimbridge, North Central. Grant Dom, North Union. Mackenzie Grimm, Northeastern. David Miley, Northwestern. Grant Kappenbarger, Northwestern. Carly Schlatter, Norwayne. Austin Campbell, Oak Hill. Kaylee Tressler, Paulding. Bailey Clough, Peebles. Marcia Crouch, Pettisville. Madeline Baker, Plymouth. Madeline Geyer, Ridgedale. Keaton Fout, Ridgemont. Carlos Moorer, Ridgewood. Brett Morris, Ripley. Allison Austin Hale, River Valley. Richard Laudenschlager, Riverview. Lindsay Nichols, Riverdale. Raven Schaffner, Riverside, Ohio High Point. Zach Duggins, Ross Butler Tech. Audra Young, Sentinel, CTC. Owen Wallace, Shelby. Noah Navarrete, Smithville. Madeline Vogel, South Central. Amy Stewart, Southeastern. Jed Grusser, Southern. Philip Thornton, Stoneway Pickaway Ross, CTC. Aaron Cook, Sims Valley. Kendall Haven, Talawanda Butler Tech. Morgan McFarland, Chase Valley. Delaney Shively, Tri-County North, MVCTC. Shasta Snare, Tri-Rivers Career Center. Preston Glander, Twin Valley South, MVCTC. Haley Santee, United. Caitlin Lewis, Upper Sandusky. Taylor Kress, Upper Valley Career Center. Jesse Craig, Urbana. Mercedes Woodson, Valley View, MVCTC. Toby George, Versailles. Jacob Hanlon, Warren. Leanne Trebet, Waterford. Everett Buter, Wauseon. Hannah Downs, Wellington. Cade Patterson, West Holmes. Naomi Williams, West Liberty Salem. Caden Porter, West Muskegum. Shelby Downs, Westfall. Lance Seymour, Zane Trace.
Let's give our gold-rated treasures one more round of applause. I would now like to welcome to the podium Evan Calicote, state reporter, to continue with this program.
Those who are presented with the honor of being the reporter of their FFA chapter are in charge of taking pictures, posting on social media, and representing their chapter through positive communications and public relations. Just as the flag covers the United States of America, these next members cover the great memories and experiences that FFA has to offer. These next members have compiled a scrapbook that showcased the past year of their chapter's events and successes, and have received a gold rating for positively representing and displaying not only their chapter, but all of FFA. Please join me in congratulating all of Ohio FFA's gold-rated reporters, sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products.
Cole Kleinline, Amanda Clear Creek. Allie Bertkey, Anna. Haley Schmersel, Anthony Wayne Penta. Austin Foreman, Arcanum, NVCTC. Abigail Austin, Benjamin Logan. Maddie Withrow, Big Walnut, DACC. Hannah Abfall, Black River. Maddie Alder, Botkins. Delissa Goodman, Cardington, Lincoln. Noelle Orions, Cary. Payson Koa, Carrollton. Karen Schneider, Cedarville, GCCC. Camille Napke, Coldwater. Samantha Roth, Corey Rawson. Ellie Motter, Crestview. Emily Butner, Delphus. Ashley Kenner, East Clinton. Shelby Dugan, East Knox. Jessica Burton, Eastern Brown. Michaelin Heisner, Eastwood. Erica Hamilton, Eaton, MVCTC. Trinity Ty, Edgewood Butler Tech. Reagan Field, Elgin. Dale Back, Fairfield. Arizona McCormick, Fairlawn, UVCC. Rose Zedike, Fairview. Cecilia Murphy, Fayetteville. Kyra Davidson, Felicity Franklin. Macy Butchko, Firelands. Natalie Potcotter, Fort Recovery. Ethan Smith, Fredericktown. Colleen Trevor, Genoa area. Destiny Treffs, Greenfield McLean. Jordan C., Greenan. Piper Ross, Hillsboro. Hannah Elise Way, Hillsdale. Alex Freytag, Houston, UVCC. Olivia Clark, Jackson Center, UVCC. Jessica Legg, Kenton, Ohio High Point. Jill Kilger, Liberty Union. Caitlin Myers, Logan. Caitlin Hill, London. Mercedes Murphy, Lorain County JVS. Leah Carnegie, Loudonville. Brandon Young, Lynchburg Clay. Autumn Parker, Manchester. Ashley Bergman, Marion Local. Rachel Hodge, Miami East, MVCTC. Mary Grace Carson, Miami Trace. Allison Moyer, Miami Valley, CTC. Chesney Farrow, Morristown. Nathan Henning, National Trail, MVCTC. Hannah Kramer, New Bremen. Natalie Dunn, New Lexington. Bethany Sheridan, North Union. Emily Finley, Northwestern. Kendra Keener, Norwayne. Megan Mahorter, Oregon Clay. Sydney Maisie, Otsego. Emma Hortzman, Paulding. Whitney Bauman, Peebles. Douglas Rear, Plymouth. Megan Roll, Preble Shawnee. Laura Loans, Ridgemont. Danielle Gear, Ridgewood. Emily Dodson, Ripley. Skylar Jones, River Valley. Madison Lance, Smithville. Casey Burton, South Central. Ethan Roberts, Southern. Brandy Tennant, Southern Local. Caroline Vonderhaar, Talawanda Butler Tech. Jonathan Crawford, Tri-Village, MVCTC. Lauren Todd, Twin Valley South, MVCTC. Audrey Bowes, Upper Sandusky. Alexander Brady, Upper Valley Career Center. Kelsey White, Valley View, MVCTC. Emma Gaiman, Van Buren. Courtney Batten, Versailles. Sierra Sinclair, Warren. Haley Staffeld, Wellington. Alexis Oji, West Holmes. Kaylee Laptimer, West Liberty Salem. Ashley Miller, West Muskegum. McKenna Woodruff, Western Reserve. And Caitlin Mitchell, Zane Trace.
Let's give our Gold Raider reporters one more round of applause for all their hard work this year. At this time, please welcome to the stage State Vice President at Large, Carly Koppler, to continue with our program.
Ohio FFA, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our next guest. She came to know the FFA emblem at a very early age and was exposed to agriculture growing up on her family farm. As a dedicated FFA member, she traveled 45 minutes each day to take her agriculture classes. Her supervised agricultural experience programs consisted of beef and vegetable production, as well as agricultural education. Hailing from another great four-letter state, she is a junior at Iowa State University, where she studies agri-science education. Erica was elected to serve on the 2017-18 National FFA Officer Team as Secretary at the 90th National FFA Convention. During her year of service, Erica hopes that all members and supporters of our organization are able to realize their value and believes that we each bring different strengths and abilities and hopes to help us use those in order to make the biggest impact that we can wherever we may be. Ohio FFA members and guests, let's give a huge welcome to our National FFA Secretary, Erica Beyer.
How about them Iowa Hawkeyes? Just kidding, I meant the Ohio Buckeyes. There we go. So how many of us here love chocolate milk? Let me hear you. All right. How many of us love ice cream? That's what I'm talking about. Where are my mac and cheese lovers? Yeah. I have 3-year-old taste buds as well. But finally, my biggest love in the whole entire world, let me hear it if you love cows. much. Like to a point where now, when we're riding down the highway in a car and I'm sitting in the passenger seat and I see cows out over in the pasture, I like tap the person really rapidly next to me and I'm like, oh my gosh, do you see those cows? And they're just like, yeah, that's pretty normal in Iowa. And I'm like, yeah, but they're cows. And they're like, yep, they're still cows. And then I respond with, yeah, but aren't those little beef sticks just doing amazing? Anybody else get that feeling anytime? No? Okay, it's definitely just me then. Gosh, I love those little beef sticks. But nonetheless, I love cows with all my heart. And from a young age, when I got my first bottle calf in 4th grade, my passion has only grown for loving cows. But that 4th grade bottle calf, I'm pretty sure went to fair with a couple of bald spots on its back that year because I would sit out there and I would comb him, and I would comb him, and I would comb him just a little bit more. And so I apologize to my calf Scooby that went to the fair bald, but man, you see, the thing about loving something that much is a lot of people along the way will tell you, gosh, that's actually really weird, Erica. Like, nobody sits in the car and taps people really rapidly saying, oh my gosh, you see those cows? Super weird, but nonetheless, when we know what we love, we should pursue it with all of our heart and stop searching for approval from the person sitting next to us, but instead know and hear that that's what we love to do. We're gonna follow that through. And then even more so, down the line, when we stop searching for approval, we give ourselves a chance to actually be good at and to love something we know we were meant to pursue. So flashback with me to 4th grade. 4th grade is a super intense grade at my school. So I grew up in Adele, and there's 3 reasons why 4th grade is absolutely incredible. Number 1, elephants. Yeah, elephants. It's pretty insane, but apparently Iowa is not known for like zoos. And so the 4th grade, we got to ride on this huge charter bus across the state to Nebraska. Woo, go Nebraska. Ugh, just kidding. And I saw my first elephant in 4th grade. It was ridiculous. Number 2, long division. Wow, I'm surprised. Good for you. You chased that. Math, I'm totally kidding with that, by the way. I think like every single night, I would come home with those little tables that you had to fill out for the next day. And my mom would sit there at the kitchen table and she's like, oh, it's okay. And I'm like, no, Mom, you don't understand. I can't do the math. She's like, no. She's like, no, just take a deep breath. We'll get through the long division together. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't even see the problems because all the words are bleeding together because my tears just keep coming. But that's not the best part of 4th grade. No. The best part of 4th grade, by far, was playing the recorder in music class. How many of us remember playing the recorder in music class? Yeah. Got some good recorder players in the room. You see, for those of us who might not know what a recorder is, it's like this plastic made in China flute. And picture a semi going down a very large hill and a little squirrel running out, and the truck hitting the semi, and that's definitely the sound, or the truck hitting the squirrel, and that's definitely the sound that comes out of a recorder. It's disgusting. But nonetheless, that was my favorite part of 4th grade. But on this specific day in music class, my life was changed forever. So that day I walked into music class and my teacher, Miss Brayman, was standing up front and I was sitting there in the crowd having just played a rendition of Mary Had a Little Lamb on my recorder. And that's when my teacher, Miss Brayman, said something that was truly life-changing. She said, all right, class. She was like super old, by the way. She's like, all right, class, I have a very special announcement. We're all just like, oh, yay. No, but this was legit. She's like, okay, well, with our upcoming 4th grade concert, just want to let you guys know that we're going to have auditions here before too long next Tuesday, and we'll audition to see who our soloist in the 4th grade concert will be. And I'm sitting there like, say what? Solo? All the parents are there, all the siblings are there, all spotlight on me? Deal. And I looked to my friend and I was like, dude, this is gonna be awesome. And so, with that, I marched out of that classroom. I marched up to my room after that day of school, and I sat down and practiced the song of the upcoming solo. Anybody have guesses of what the upcoming song was gonna be? Yeah, hot cross buns, that's what I'm talking about. So if we know this song, let's all practice along together. Do, 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 do. Over and over and over again, I practiced. My mom, I'm pretty sure, was ready to ship me off to like a trade school at that point in time. She did not want to hear that thing again. So I'm sorry for the parents in the room that this is bringing some really nasty flashbacks. But nonetheless, I was going to kill this audition. So after practicing about 2,098 times more, that next Monday at recess, we were ready to start playing the Saddle Club. Now, for those of you Ohioans that might not know what the Saddle Club is, Saddle Club is a super intense game at recess where all the 4th grade girls get in a circle and you get to pick your imaginary horse. You get to pick the name of the horse and you ride for the entire recess. So we're in this circle and I'm sitting mounting my horse, my big old roan named Dazzle. My friend Laura is mounting her like cute little Shetland pony named Pretzel. And I'll tell you what, we're about to have the ride of our lives. And so we began that recess. And we're going. And that's when we had to stop to let the horses take a drink because they were getting super thirsty. And so we're letting our horses drink. That's when I looked over at Laura and said, hey, Laura, so upcoming solo, you know, and I'm totally gonna kill it. Are you gonna audition? She like replied, she's like, oh, no, I'm good. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, that's right, because you're gonna be that supportive friend for me. We're gonna kill this. So that day, we got off our horses and went back inside. And that night, I prepared with all of my heart for our auditions. The next day in music class, we walked in once again. We sat down, and my teacher, Ms. Brayman, said, all right, by show of hands, how many of us would like to audition? And my hands shot up as fast as possible. I looked to my left. Nobody raised their hand. I looked to my right, and nobody raised their hand again. So at this point in time, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, so everybody else is literally afraid of me, and I'm totally going to get this solo, hands down, no competition. Well, Miss Brayman announced to the class then, all right, you two young ladies, why don't you just come to the front and we'll get things started. And I'm like, huh? Excuse me, 2 young ladies? Yeah, there's nobody to my right, nobody to my left. But then that's when backstabbing Laura decided to raise her hand too, and it was game on from that point forward. We were not on good terms in the Saddle Club right then. This was not gonna go good, but game face, we got this, okay. So we walk up to the front. Okay. We got the recorder in hand, and Miss Brayman starts playing the piano, and so we begin, sing along. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Boom! We crushed it so badly. I wanted to spike my recorder in the end zone of that music classroom at that point in time. I nailed it. And as for Laura, she did okay. She was fine, whatever. And my teacher asked for a drum roll. Can we get a drum roll, please? Your 4th grade soloist is Laura. That's great. to me first, and then you beat me second. So now I am making the official executive order of president of the Adel Saddle Club that you are kicked out for life and you have to give me your pony pretzel. Deal. That day, I walked back home off the bus and I went up to my room and sat on my bed, and my mom came in and she's like, "Did you get the part?" And I'm like, "No, Laura did." She's like, "Well, that's okay. You'll do better next time. You'll get it next time." Oh my gosh. How many times have we heard that one? You'll do better next time. And in the moment, I mean, thank you parents for being so encouraging, but gosh, it kind of stings when we hear that, because we know that we don't necessarily reach that level of approval from other people. You see, but that day it wasn't even the fact that I didn't get the solo that was the horrible part. It was the fact that, gosh, I just wanted that one moment in the spotlight. I wanted that one moment to prove to all the parents in there, to prove to all of my friends, to prove to my teacher, to my coaches, that I was something special. And even on the recorder, I wanted to prove that. But that approval never happened. Now, if we're honest with ourselves, I think a lot of us have maybe found ourselves in this position before. It's probably not the same recorder situation that I was in, but we've been there before where something doesn't necessarily quite pan out and we're hurt. But we're more hurt by the fact that we couldn't prove to other people how good we were and that we were enough. So we start feeling like we aren't good enough. We feel disappointed. We feel a lot of disapproval. We feel like we're never going to be good enough. We're not talented enough. We're not skilled enough. We don't have enough speaking abilities, athletic abilities, whatever it is, we're not good enough. But it's in those moments that we have to remember that we are being set apart and not being set aside. Because to be set aside means to actually believe all those things, saying we aren't good enough, we're never going to be good enough, we don't have the skills and we don't have a future. But to be set apart means that we know we were made for a much greater purpose than we could ever imagine. So flash forward with me to my senior year in high school, and every year my family absolutely loves to travel to the beautiful lands of Missouri. Everybody's like, "Yeah, go Missouri, so beautiful." Just kidding. But on a real note, they do have some really good lakes down there, and my family absolutely loves to water ski. And on vacation, when we go down to the lake, we're not like a normal family at all. See, normal families, like, I don't know, sleep in on vacation. Like, that's a pretty normal thing, right? But the Byer family decides to get up at 5:30 a.m. every single day, hit the lake, and get some of the best water that we can water ski on. So on this specific morning of my senior year of high school, we're out on the lake. My dad comes in on the boat, and he says, all right, who's ready to ski next? And my hand shot up, and I was ready to ski next. But today was gonna be a little bit different than all the other times I had skied. You see, since about 5 years old, I've watched my dad ski slalom for a really long time. And slalom ski is like skiing on one ski. It's pretty intense. And so my dad comes in, and I'm like, gosh, I would love to slalom ski. And so I tell myself, I'm like, okay, today's the day. We are going to slalom ski. So I raised my hand, I said, I'm ready to ski, Dad. And he looks at me, he's like, okay, you know what to do. And I said, yeah, but today's a little bit different. I'm gonna slalom ski today. And he looked at me, he's like, girl, you are not athletic enough for that. Are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm actually sure. I would like to slalom ski today. And so he said, okay, well, sit down and we'll go over just a couple rules. And so that's what we did. I said, okay, So first you're gonna put on your life jacket, second you're gonna grab your ski, jump in the water with your ski, you're gonna put your ski on your left foot, have your right foot ready to go as a rudder. When the boat comes back around, grab the rope, hold your breath, yell, hit it, hold your breath again, and squat. Easy, right? Okay, so I'm like, okay, we're gonna put our life jacket on, we're gonna grab our ski, hop in the water with our ski, put the ski on the left foot, right foot as a rudder, and the boat comes back around. I got the rope, I'm gonna hold my breath, I'm gonna yell, hit it. Two things that are super important when you're trying to slalom ski. One, holding your breath is a really good idea, like really good idea. And number two, squatting. Squatting's also a really good idea because there's this thing called physics, and it's this absolutely crazy concept. But when you're in the water like a stick, and the boat starts pulling you, and you're still like a stick, you end up flopping across the water like a dying fish, swallowing about 80 gallons of water, 2 little baby fish, and like 10,000 algae particles all in one sitting. That definitely happened to me that day. My dad comes back and he's like, "You ready to go again, bud?" And I'm like, "No, no, I can't breathe. I'm not ever trying that again." And so I did it. The next year rolled around and I stuck to my word. And I definitely skied on 2 skis just fine, but I was not going to flop through the water again like a dying fish to try slalom skiing. But as I got back in the water, or as I got back in the boat after that next summer, something just felt a little bit off. And I knew that I had definitely missed an opportunity to try something that I had never tried before. So my sophomore year of college rolls around, and my dad comes back in from skiing, and he says, "All right, who's ready to ski next?" I sit there and I'm like, "Oh no, should I do it? Should I not? Should I do it? Should I not?" And I raised my hand, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go. But I'm going to slalom ski this time." My dad looked at me again, he's like, "Yeah, do you remember the last time that happened?" And I was like, "I do. I do remember the feeling of a lot of water being in my lungs. I do remember that." But I went on anyways. And with that, he sat me down, he's like, "Okay, well, we need to go back over some rules here." And I'm like, "Okay, sounds good." So you're gonna put on your life jacket, you're gonna grab your ski, jump in the water with your ski, put your ski on the left foot, have your right foot ready to go as a rudder. When the boat comes back around, grab the rope, hold your breath, yell, hit it, hold your breath again, and squat. And so to my surprise, I did all of those things. And before you know, I was flying across the water like a majestic flamingo on one ski, and it only lasted for about like 10 seconds before I face planted. Like, I'm talking face plant as in geometry, parallel lines. We've all seen some parallel lines before? Yeah, here's the water, here's Erica that day. Boom, it was crazy, but I got up on one ski, and it was incredible. We've all had those moments where we can choose to do something incredible. And we've had those moments where maybe we've taken a step back and said, maybe not today, maybe not today. But that ski trip taught me something pretty darn important. And that's, it's not about your ability, it's about your availability. We limit ourselves a lot on what we are truly able to accomplish, because in that moment, we tell ourselves, "You know what, I don't know if I have the ability to do that. I don't know if I have the skills to do that. I don't know if I'm funny enough to do that. I don't know if I'm pretty enough to be that." But guys, there is one thing we do have today, and that is our availability. And so what's the chance that you're going to give yourself today? Is it the chance to actually try something new, try a new career development event this coming summer, to try a new sport that we've never done before, like archery? Maybe for some of us, it's not trying something new. For some of us, it might be giving ourselves the chance to accept the fact that we might not ever have our moment in glory on that basketball court scoring all the points, but we can give ourselves a chance to be the best team encourager that there has ever been as our teammates come back to the bench. We can give ourselves that chance. Or maybe for others, it's not either of those two things, and today is your day to give yourself the chance to finally forgive someone or something that's happened to you a long time ago that you've not been able to let go of. What's your chance gonna be? When we search for approval from others, we are unknowingly being obedient to every single other heart in this room except our own. But when we finally look at our availability instead of our ability, we know we can be obedient to our own hearts. I think a lot of people will look on this stage and they see a national officer. They see somebody that might have it all together seemingly, but in reality, there's been a lot of chances that have been taken in my own life that didn't quite pan out always. For example, creed speaking. Where are my creed speakers in here? All right, we got a couple. Yeah, you're looking at a person who literally got dead last in creed speaking my freshman year of high school at sub-districts, which is the first contest ever. So that was really, really promising, right? And then flash forward to junior year, and I'm ready to give my district officer speech to get elected as a district officer. I get through my first two sentences, and I couldn't remember the rest. And so what do? Oh, Erica, don't make it up. No, actually just walk off the stage instead like you did. And I didn't get elected that day, just to say the least. I didn't get elected state president as I ran against my best friend 2 years ago, but there is one thing that has made all of the difference in my life, and I bet it can make the same difference in yours. What's the chance you're gonna take? Ohio FFA, I wanna thank you so much for having me here. I'm not being biased, but y'all are in my top 10 states right now, so good work, good work. But today is your day. It is not about your ability, it is about your availability. So Ohio FFA, what is the chance you will take?
Erica, on behalf of all the Ohio State Buckeyes in the room, we would like to thank you for sharing your message with us, to always unapologetically pursue what sets our heart on fire, and reminding us that it's not about your ability, but rather your availability. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
At this time, please join me in welcoming State Vice President at Large, Lane Heil, to continue with our program.
Like many other members, much of my time in the FFA consisted of riding in a vehicle from my high school to a competition halfway across the state. These contests allow myself and many others the opportunity to learn more about the agricultural industry in areas ranging from livestock judging to public speaking. In a moment, we will recognize the individuals who have dedicated their time to studying the information that they need in order to be successful and competitive in their career development events. Ohio FFA, please join me in welcoming your 2018 CDE winners.
Sponsored by the Ohio State University Department of Agricultural Communication, Education, and Leadership, members in the Agricultural Communication Career Development event have a true passion for talking to people and advocating for agriculture. In this event, members must take a written test and then assume the role of a communication consultant and formulate a media plan proposal. The state-winning team is Amanda Clear Creek, and your state-winning individual is Kaylin Straley from the Paulding FFA chapter.
Members participating in the Agricultural Issues Forum Career Development event work to be advocates of agriculture. These individuals accomplish this by informing others with presentations and by answering questions. Sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products, your state-winning team is the Anna FFA chapter.
These next students combine their love for agriculture and engineering by participating in the Agricultural Mechanical Engineering Career Development event, sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products. Members must perform mechanical skills by using their knowledge of various electrical and hydraulic systems. The state-winning team is the St. Henry FFA chapter.
With a fondness for hard work, students participating in the Agricultural Mechanical Skills Career Development event show their knowledge and skill in the practice of safety, welding, electrical use, and much more. Sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products, your state-winning team is the Miami Valley CTC FFA chapter. And your state-winning individual is Miles Landis, also from Miami Valley CTC.
Members in the Agricultural Power Diagnostics Career Development event are experts at fixing the equipment used in agriculture every day. In this event, members must implement the knowledge they have learned in the classroom to diagnose and troubleshoot various pieces of equipment. Sponsored by Redline Equipment, your state-winning team is the Buckeye Career Center FFA chapter.
These next students are some of the finest salesmen around, with the ability to bring appeal and demand for a variety of products. Participating in the Agricultural Sales Career Development event gives presentations in order to sell an item and understand the art of marketing. Sponsored by the CHS Foundation and the Ohio Agribusiness Association, your state-winning team is the Versailles FFA chapter, and your state-winning individual is Alex Phelan from Wellington.
These next members are expert problem solvers when it comes to agricultural equipment. In the Agricultural Technology and Mechanical Systems Career Development event, students must provide solutions for things like equipment malfunctions or environmental issues. Sponsored by the Ohio FFA Foundation, your state-winning team is the St. Henry FFA chapter, and the first place individual is Logan Ranley from Fort Recovery.
Students in the Agronomy Career Development event know what it takes to have a green thumb. These members have the ability to identify a variety of weeds, crops, seeds, diseases, and examine applied field management problems. Sponsored by seed consultants Dahl Homestead and Warner Seeds, your state-winning team is the Hillsdale FFA chapter, and the first place individual is Avery Zweyer from North Union.
These next members truly understand animals and their well-being and are some of their greatest caretakers. Sponsored by the CHS Foundation, the students in the Animal Behavior, Welfare, and Husbandry Career Development event, students must take a written test, perform an animal profile, and examine an animal in its habitat. The state-winning team is the Marysville FFA chapter, and your state-winning individual is Ariana Farley from the South Start Career Academy.
Have you ever wondered what it takes to care for a variety of pets? Members competing in the Animal Management Career Development event keep us up to date on their knowledge in every topic in the pet industry. Sponsored by the Ohio FFA Foundation, your state-winning team is the Penta Career Center FFA chapter, and your state-winning individual is Molly Maynard from the Penta Career Center.
These next FFA members really know their way around a fish tank, almost better than the fish. In the Aquarium Management Career Development event, students identify certain aquatic ecosystems and perform a skills practicum to demonstrate their knowledge of freshwater and marine aquariums. Sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products, the state-winning team is the Miami Valley CTC FFA chapter, and your state-winning individual is Jessica Hunt from the Penta Career Center.
Have you ever heard the term got milk? Members participating in the Dairy Cattle Career Development event ensure a steady milk supply by taking the time to understand pedigrees and place classes of dairy cattle. Sponsored by Coba Select Sires, your state-winning team is the East Clinton FFA chapter, and the state-winning individual is Marissa Topp from New Bremen. The state-winning middle school team is Miami Trace FFA chapter, and your state-winning middle school individual is Cannon Jackson from Black River.
Members in the Dairy Cattle Handling Career Development event really know their way around dairy cattle. Students must demonstrate their showing ability by successfully maneuvering, posturing, and controlling a dairy cow. Sponsored by the American Dairy Association Mideast, the state-winning individual is Allie Carr from the Morristown FFA chapter.
Members participating in the Environmental and Natural Resources Career Development event have a vast amount of knowledge in everything nature. Individuals work with team members to solve problems regarding soil samples and habitats. Sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products, your state-winning team is the Fredericktown FFA chapter.
Sponsored by the Ohio FFA Foundation, students in the Equine Management Career Development event are experts at wrangling the ins and outs of the horse industry. In this event, students must identify various types of horse breeds and tacks, as well as take a test on the horse industry. The state-winning team is the Delaware Area Career Center FFA chapter, and your state-winning individual is Grant Kessler from Marysville. The state-winning middle school team is the Black River FFA chapter, and your first place individual is Chloe Howard, also from Black River.
Those members who participate in the Farm Business Management Career Development event work to make their passion a thriving business. They may encounter hardships, but will also find themselves celebrating their successes. Members are learning everything from new problem-solving skills to the proper upkeep of an everyday agricultural company. Sponsored by the Ohio FFA Foundation, the state-winning team is the Crestview Convoy FFA chapter, and the first place individual is Zoe Rutledge from Buckeye Central.
If April showers bring May flowers, then these next members will have lots to work with. In the Floriculture CDE, members are asked to identify different plants, insects, and diseases that may affect the floriculture industry. Then, before they leave the contest, they must also complete a practicum that may include planting rooted cuttings, completing fertilizer calculations, making a corsage, or even a bud vase. Sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products, your state-winning team is the Pinta Career Center FFA chapter, and the state-winning individual is Regan Drager from Woodmore.
Do you ever struggle with tasting the difference between strawberry or watermelon candies? Well, these next individuals can surely help you out. Brewster Cheese Company sponsored experts in the Food Science Technology Career Development event as they participated in fruit product development, looking into new research, and food safety. The state-winning team is Big Walnut DACC FFA, and the first place individual is Emily Canny from the Plymouth FFA chapter.
The Lorax may be the speaker for the truffula trees, but these next members are the speaker for many more, 39 to be exact. And the Forestry Career Development event, members are asked to take a test with questions related to areas in the forestry industry. These next members must identify equipment used, trees, and complete different practicums. Sponsored by Ohio FFA Foundation, your state-winning team is the Liberty Union FFA chapter, and the state-winning individual is Alexander Gibbs, also from Liberty Union.
Participants of the General Livestock Career Development event identify and evaluate desirable traits in classes of beef, swine, sheep, and goats for breeding, market, and showing purposes. United Producers Incorporation, the Anthony Wayne FFA alumni, and the Fulton County Junior Fair Livestock Sale Committee proudly support this event. The state-winning team is the Greenfield McLean FFA chapter, and the state-winning individual is Hadley Levin from the Triad Ohio High Point FFA chapter. The state-winning middle school team is the Black River FFA chapter, and the state-winning individual is Bo Johnson from Gallipolis.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to own and operate your own agricultural product business? Not these next members that competed in the Grain Merchandising Career Development event. After taking an online test to determine their understanding of complex decision-making that goes into these businesses, the top 10 individuals are interviewed to determine the winner. Sponsored by the Ohio FFA Foundation, the state-winning team is the Eaton FFA chapter, and the state-winning individual is Caitlin Niehaus from Eaton MVCTC.
Have a question about the history of the FFA? Well, these FFA history buffs can surely help you out. These next individuals have earned the top scores on the Green Hand Quiz Career Development event. In this event, students are tested on their basic knowledge and understanding of the organization, its history, and events. Sponsored by the Ohio FFA Alumni Association, the state-winning team is the Felicity Franklin FFA chapter, and the state-winning individual is Luke Jennings, also from Felicity Franklin.
When you come home after a long day, there is nothing better than being able to cuddle up next to your four-legged friends, unless they are in desperate need of a bath. Luckily enough, these next members are able to help you out. In the Grooming 1 and Grooming 2 Career Development event, members are asked to not only identify breeds of dogs and cats, but also different parasites and even tools a groomer may need. Sponsored by the Ohio FFA Foundation, your state-winning individual in the Grooming 1 Division is Kaylin Swank from the Toll CTC FFA chapter. And the state-winning individual in the Grooming 2 Division is Michaela Moretta from the Medina Career Center.
It is very important to develop and possess professional skills before your first job interview. In this job interview, Career Development Event winner is in good shape. This FFA member prepared for her mock interview by creating a personalized resume, expressing her abilities in a cover letter, and filling out an employment application. Sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products, your state winner is Rebecca Sable from the Indian Valley FFA chapter.
In the Meat Evaluation and Technology Career Development Event, members have a lot on their plates. Their competition starts with an online test that questions their knowledge of meat selection, storage, nutrition, and safety. Then, the members must use their math ability to answer meat formulation problems. Finishing the contest with being able to identify 40 different retail meat cuts. Sponsored by the Ohio Cattlemen's Association, your state-winning team is the Tri-Valley FFA chapter, and your state-winning individual is Ellie Kidwell, also from Tri-Valley.
Do you like milk? Do you ever wonder what process it goes through before it gets to your local grocery store? These participants can tell you all about it. They demonstrate their knowledge of quality production, processing, distribution, promotion, and marketing of milk and dairy foods. These members are able to participate in the Milk Quality and Production Career Development Event through the generous support of the Ohio FFA Foundation. The state-winning team is the Lynchburg Clay FFA chapter, and the first place individual is Cody Tegmeyer from the Northwestern Wayne FFA chapter. The first place FFA member in the middle school division is Ari Borton, also from Northwestern Wayne.
Dory may be the best at talking to whales in the movie Finding Nemo, but these next members are the best at being able to talk to wildlife. And the Nature Interpretation CDE, members are asked to identify different animals and complete a practicum that may include attracting wildlife, determining water quality, or controlling plant and animal problems. Sponsored by Bob's Tree Farm and Ohio FFA Camp Muskegum, your state-winning team is the Smithville FFA chapter, and the first place individual in the state is Troy Harrell from Big Walnut DACC. The state-winning team in the middle school division is the Black River FFA chapter, and the first place individual is Trent Youngberg, also from Black River.
Have you ever wanted to start a garden but had no idea where to start? Well, I bet these next individuals will tell you all you need to know to get started. In the Nursery Landscape Career Development Event, participants turn their knowledge of nursery and landscape into real-world practices as they take on residential, commercial, public, and recreational products. Sponsored by the Ohio Nursery and Landscaping Association, the state-winning team is the East Knox FFA chapter, and the first place individual is Jacob Schulte from Talawanda Butler Tech.
Getting chores done around the farm is a lot harder when equipment stops working, but no need to call a mechanic, these next members can fix it. In the Outdoor Power Equipment Career Development Event, members' skills in recognizing and repairing different malfunction and power equipment are put to the test. Sponsored by the Ohio FFA Foundation, your state-winning team is the Liberty Union FFA chapter, and the state-winning individual is Cole Stuffelbeam from Chief Logan.
For those of us who have used parliamentary procedure, we know that it takes knowledge, patience, and professionalism to be successful. The Advanced Parliamentary Procedure Career Development Event participants have studied parliamentary law and know how to carry themselves in the meeting room. Sponsored by the Ohio FFA Foundation, your state-winning team is the Miami Trace FFA chapter. I move to announce the results for the Novice Parliamentary Procedure Career Development Event. With a second from these next members, we shall continue on with discussion. And the Novice Parliamentary Procedure CDE members are asked to have the ability to participate, effectively run, and discuss in a business meeting. Sponsored by the Ohio FFA Foundation, your state-winning team is the New Lexington FFA chapter. These next individuals are excellent when it comes to competing in the Poultry Evaluation Career Development Event. These students exhibit their knowledge of the production, processing, and marketing of chickens, turkeys, eggs, and other poultry products. Sponsored by the Ohio Poultry Association, the state-winning team is the Hillsdale FFA chapter, and the state-winning individual is Tegan Thaxton from Fairfield. The state-winning middle school team is a Miami Trace FFA chapter, and the state-winning individual is Alicia Boone from Felicity Franklin. The FFA Creed is something many members hold dear to their heart. The sophomores, juniors, and seniors participating in the Advanced Creed Speaking public event take this appreciation to a new level by memorizing and reciting the Creed. Sponsored by Mrs. Lindsay Hawkinson, the state-winning individual is Cameron Crease from the Tri-Valley FFA chapter.
There is no greater feeling than when your passion and purpose are able to come together, and that is something that every member was able to feel in the Advanced Prepared Public Speaking Competition. Participants are able to select their own topic and write a 6 to 8 minute speech. Proudly sponsored by Bell Farms Ag, your state-winning individual is Tyler Zimford from the Anna FFA chapter. The task to speak in front of a crowd is no easy feat. However, members participating in the Beginning Prepared Public Speaking Career Development event have spent plenty of time perfecting this ability. Sponsored by Ohio State Grange, your state-winning individual is Allie Poston from the Amanda Clear Creek FFA chapter.
With the need to be prepared for a speech topic on all things agriculture, members participating in the extemporaneous career development event challenge themselves by not only constructing a speech in 30 minutes, but also presenting that said speech and answering questions. Sponsored by the Ohio Agricultural Council, your state-winning individual is Dalton Black from the Ohio Valley FFA chapter.
Students in the Agricultural Soils Career Development event are truly down to earth. In this event, participants identify various soil types and analyze the surrounding area to determine the best management practices. Sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products, the state-winning team is the Northmore FFA chapter, and the first place individual is Connor Johnson from the Wauseon FFA chapter. Roads, septic systems, basements, and landscaping are all important factors to consider in building homes and structures. In the Urban Soils Career Development event, students interpret land characteristics such as slope, soil texture, water tables, and bedrock depth to determine the capability of land use for urban uses. Sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products, your state-winning team is the Gallipolis FFA chapter, and your state-winning individual is Kyler Greenlee, also from Gallipolis.
Sponsored by the CHS Foundation, the Veterinary Science Career Development event gives students insight into a challenging profession that is always changing and advancing. Gaining technical knowledge allows members participating in this event to give them a better understanding of animal health and to demonstrate their skills on both large and small animals. The state-winning team is the Medina Career Center FFA chapter, and the state-winning individual is Melissa Rice from the Greene County Career Center.
If fishing in the dark is something you love to do, then these next individuals are people you want to meet. In the Wildlife Management Career Development event, members are asked to recognize fish and wildlife, as well as complete a practicum that may include reading topographic maps, understanding pond management, and identifying game laws and safety. Sponsored by the Ohio FFA Foundation, your state-winning team is the Northwestern Wayne FFA chapter, and the first place individual is Gavin Mullen from the Buckeye Career Center. In the middle school division, the state-winning team is the Versailles FFA chapter, and the first place individual is Caleb Kaiser, also from Versailles.
Let's give one more round of applause to all of our CDE winners. We have just met some of Ohio FFA's most talented individuals. Be prepared, however, as we introduce you to one more. Everybody, please give a round of applause for your FFA talent, Nina Cadigan from the Felicity FFA chapter.
along the broken road. But I got lost a time or two, wiped my brow, kept pushing through. I couldn't see how every sign pointed straight to you. And every long lost dream led me to where you are. And others who broke my heart, they were like northern stars, pointing me on my way into your loving arms. But this much I know is true, that God bless the broken road that led me straight to you. I think about the years I've spent just passing through. I'd like to have the time I've lost and give it back to you. But you just smile and take my hand. You've been there, you understand. It's all part of a grander plan that is coming true. Every long lost dream led me to where you are. And others who broke my heart, they were like northern stars, pointing me on my way into my lover's arms. But this much I know is true, that God bless the broken road that led me straight to you. And now I'm just rolling home into my lover's arms. But this much I know is true, that God bless the broken road that led me straight to you. That God bless the broken road that led me straight to you. Thank you.
There are three things that can make any science class go from super boring to super fun. The first, you get to dissect things. The second, your teacher finally lets you make something explode. Or the third, you walk into class, the lights get turned down, and the familiar sound of Bill Nye the Science Guy comes through the speakers. Bill Nye was first aired in 1993 and ended in 1998, and yet is still a staple for science classrooms across the nation. Maybe it was his clever play on words and the parody songs that played, or the really cool experiments that the kids got to do. But no matter the episode that played in class, I always learned something. One lesson Mr. Nye taught me that has stuck with me today is something you would say every episode, and that was this: everyone you will ever meet knows something that you don't. These next members we are about to bring across the stage are no exception to this rule. Each of them have developed an experiment, made their hypotheses, and were so excited to share the results with all of us. At the conclusion of this session, please take the time to go across the street to the Bricker building and check out the results. Who knows, maybe one of them will be the next Bill Nye. Without further ado, sponsored by the Andersons, your winners in Agri-Science Fair are...
In the area of Animal Systems Division 1, first place,
Bailey Amstutz, North Union. Division 3, third place, Rachel Dixon, Utica. Second place, Patrick Miller, Anthony Wayne. And first place, Jacob Hawks, Westfall. Division 4, third place, Haley Richard and Madison Blair, London. Second place, Nikita and Alex Cotterman, Indian Lake, Ohio High Point. First place, Morgan Meyer and Riley Thobe, Anna. Division 5, third place, Haley Milliron, Global Impact. Second place, Allison Sanders, Global Impact. And first place, Jordan Skates, Pettisville. Division 6, third place, Bradley Walker and Anthony Richardson, Westfall. Second place, Allison Denon and Brooke Lindsay, Westfall. First place, Paige McNutt and Riley Chansey, Oregon Clay. In the area of environmental science and natural resources, Division 1, third place, Braden Skates, Pettisville. First place, Ian Spence, Global Impact. Division 3, third place, Michaela Stifler, Bloom Carroll. Second place, Mackenzie Jolliffe, Ridgemont. And first place, Kyra Davidson, Felicity Franklin. Division 4, third place, Seth Davis and Ethan Mauser, Ridgemont. Second place, Kirsten Chandler and Sarah Dunn, Felicity Franklin. First place, Seth Rome and Brandon Blackburn, Felicity Franklin. Division 5, third place, Kaylor Mankins, Johnston. Second place, Kirsten Wright, Westfall. First place, Max Vinya, Oregon Clay. Division 6, third place, Avery Ellis and Morgan McCutcheon, Utica. Second place, Kylie Blair and Jessica Gillum, Miami East MVCTC. First place, Sam Schilling and Tyler Sabowski, Mill Creek West Unity. In the area of food products and processing, Division 1, second place, Olivia Withrow, Loudonville. First place, Luke Jennings, Felicity Franklin. Division 2, third place, Kirsten Beal and Miranda Jones, Margaretta. Second place, Emma LeBach and Katie Johnson, Felicity Franklin. First place, Brian Miller and Phoebe Dressel, Margaretta. Division 3, third place, Abigail Penorwood, Richmond. Second place, Macy Donovan, Felicity Franklin. First place, Jackson Rupper, Ridgemont. Division 4, third place, Mackenzie Lusford and Devin Johnson, Zane Trace. Second place, Chloe Talby and Ashley Baker, Felicity Franklin. First place, Kaylin Bailey and Michaela Ridgeon, Ridgemont. Division 5, third place, Isabel Laird, Global Impact. Second place, Nicole McMullen, Anthony Wayne. First place, Emily Beckaden, Athens. Division 6, third place, Whitney Hauserman and Emily Faulkner, Felicity Franklin. Second place, Cole Cleaver and Takio Creed, Zane Trace. First place, Lily Hassan, Laura Kasu, Anthony Wayne. In the area of Plant Systems Division 1, first place, Ian Hoffman, Mill Creek, West Unity. Division 2, third place, Lily Green and Annalyn Cromer, Margaretta. Second place, Connor Ports and Jenna Brook, Loudonville. First place, Alicia Boone and Trinity Evans, Felicity Franklin. Division 3, third place, Relandon Tall, Felicity Franklin. Second place, J.K. Kearns, Alexander. First place, Emily Cruz, Bloom Carroll. Division 4, third place, Charity Lane and Alex Burrs, London. Second place, Matt Case and Sam Stickley, A.B. Graham, Ohio High Point. First place, Reagan Lowe and Madison Baird, Felicity Franklin. Division 5, third place, Raylan Morales, Felicity Franklin. Second place, Abigail Hissong, Milton Union MBCTC. First place, Kayla Wise, Pettisville. Division 6, third place, Josh Page and Timothy Doyle, Westfall. Second place, Gunnar Hall and Will Petzel, Westfall. First place, Taylor Weatherfoot and Ashley Cooper, Laurel Oaks. In the area of Power Structural and Technical Systems, Division 3, third place, McKenna Parthmore, Ridgemont. Second place, Olivia Taylor, Felicity Franklin. First place, Isaiah Savage, Ridgemont. Division 4, third place, Brett Holman and Joseph Geiger, Utica. Second place, Caleb Crawford and Hunter Myers, Utica. First place, Ellie Sharp and Natalie Bruchman, Felicity Franklin. Division 5, third place, Jamin Johnson, Global Impact. Second place, Trina Orr, Utica. First place, David Braden, Patrick Henry. Division 6, first place, Joseph Glassmeyer and Gerald Hamilton, Felicity Franklin. In the area of Social Systems, Division 1, first place, Lillian Fries, Anthony Wayne. Division 3, third place, Taylor Common, Anthony Wayne. Second place, Regan Kears, Anthony Wayne. And first place, Kelsey Stanfield, Ridgemont. Division 4, third place, Miranda Rowe and Shelby Miller, Ridgemont. Second place, Justin Schoblock and Darren Miller, Westfall. First place, Madison Jolliffe and Rebecca Bash, Ridgemont. Division 5, third place, Reagan Speeds, Global Impact. Second place, Sarah Hoog, Felicity Franklin. First place, Andrienne Moran, West Eastern Brown. Division 6, second place, Maris Moyer and Olivia Corey, Anthony Wayne. And first place, Grace Locke and Grant Locke, Bloom Carroll.
Congratulations to all of our Agri-Science Fair winners for their accomplishments throughout this past year. These next individuals have played many roles within our lives, ranging from our biggest role model to our #1 supporter. They've endured many sleepless nights to ensure that we have arrived at our next adventure and then return home safely. They check in out of the blue to make sure that we're doing okay, and will drop everything to drive halfway across the state if something goes wrong. These next individuals have seen us on our good days and have stood by us on the not so good ones. They've shown us how to be selfless, shown us the true meaning of service, and have always led by their example. While we can never thank them enough for all that we do, at this time we would like to tell our parents how much we love and appreciate all that they do for us.
This year has been an incredible journey. We've made new friends, seen new places, and made hundreds of memories that we will treasure for a lifetime. Today, we are not only teammates, but family.
But even before we met, our families instilled these lessons in us, preparing each of us for the life ahead.
To me, my family is everything, you know. They're the ones that pick me up when I fall down. They're the ones that push me to be better, and they just have truly made me who I am. My parents are always loving. Growing up, when we had Christmas, you know, my two brothers were in two completely different states. But once they came in, once we were all together, you know, it acted like nothing had changed. Like they had been there every day, and we just truly loved each other, and the support that we had for one another is just unmeasurable.
Throughout my year, I have been gone a lot, whether I was at an FFA event or at college. Being home is something that is not really happened very often. So it's just amazing how much love I can feel from 3 hours away. I don't have to be with them to know they support me. And when I go home, just the love from my parents, my siblings, my aunts, my uncles is overwhelming, and it makes me feel so loved.
I could think of many words that describe my family, but if I could pull one, it'd probably be crazy. But I mean that in the best way that I can. I don't know too many people out there in the world that would, even at 18 years, would still want to stick around and you know, love me unconditionally and always support everything that I did and always have an answer to any question I ever had.
Growing up as a young girl, I can remember going out on the farm with my dad, and from working with the livestock or going into the town to work with people, he just always treated everyone with such kindness and understanding and wanted to tell them about how it was to live where we did versus where they were coming from. And then from my mother's side, always staying at home and working with us, whether it was helping us with our school problems when she could or just giving us a home-cooked meal. The kindness, really following out what Christ has to offer to us in life, is something that I will always cherish.
We've had a lot thrown at our family, and no matter what happens, they're strong. I think the time I really think back to is when my brother this past summer was having surgery that could alter the seizures he'd been having all his life. And it was a life-changing surgery, and they handled it like I never could have expected. I didn't know whether to say, be brave, or just cry. And I never saw my parents do anything more than just say, be strong, and that's what we're gonna be here for you. And they're just some of the strongest people I've ever seen.
My family, and more specifically my parents, are all people who are so hardworking and so inspiring for not only me, but also my siblings. No matter what, they're always there to listen to the many, many FFA stories that I have, or to answer late night phone calls when I'm driving. Without my parents, my siblings, I don't know where I would be. They're my rock, my place where I go if I'm ever having any sort of problems.
My parents are the hardest working people that I know. They've always led by example. They lead by faith. And they've shown my brother, sister, and I what it means to put family first always. And they've always made us a priority in their lives. To me, family means not being forced to love them, but loving them because you know who they are and knowing that they're gonna love you because of who you are also.
My family has always been supportive and have been my navigators in life. When we went on vacation when I was pretty young, we were walking through tons of people, tons of crowds, and I got lost a lot. It was the third time that I got lost that they took a picture of me at the hotel on the first day. And so if I was to get lost again, they would hold it up to people and say, have you seen this kid? But beyond vacation, they were always there watching out for me and holding me accountable.
So my parents are some of the most passionate people that I've ever met. When I see my mom get up every day and go to school to teach first graders that they can have a better future, and when I see my dad get up at 2 o'clock in the morning just to go check on another calf to make sure that it has a chance to survive and make it through the day, it really instills this passion that I have for family.
Family to me really means unity. Just being together at all times. I really think of this when I think about the family dinner table. You know, it's what you have at the end of the day. My mom is always there asking us how was our days and what did we learn. My dad was always there to brighten our day, give us those cheesy dad jokes that we all hate as kids, but now I tell them to my friends.
Family has always been something that is there in your life, but you don't really realize how important it is. I know in high school, I probably did not spend as much time with my family as I should have, and then now at this point in my life, I just always want to be with my family. I've given up opportunities to travel just so I can spend time with them because I know that that's the most important thing.
We can never truly thank these individuals enough for their constant support, guidance, and love they shower on us each and every day. At this time, we ask that all parents and guardians in the crowd please rise. Ohio FFA members, let's give these individuals a huge round of applause.
It was so great to see all of the movements in our organization today.
It's crazy to think that things like our corduroy jacket or the FFA Creed once trends that then became pillars of the FFA.
Our parents, our career development events, the words of our national secretary, and even the Creed build our foundation. Because if I can start a trend, then we will make a movement. FFA members and guests, as we conclude this afternoon session, make sure to be in these seats at 5 o'clock for an outstanding band and chorus performance. Pre-session will begin at 6 p.m., and our fifth and final session of the 90th Annual Ohio FFA State Convention will begin at 6:30.
All right, Phil.
Step up and leave a legacy.
Mr. Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Mr. President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should probably come before this session? We are about to adjourn this, the fourth session of the 90th Annual Ohio FFA State Convention. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands. I now declare this session adjourned.
Great to see the session wrapping up and lots of things to see and do. We've had our three reporters out checking in on the world, and they found some out-of-state guests that they'd like to introduce to you. Let's bring Emily back and see who she's been visiting with. Emily, come on in.
Hi, I'm Emily Bookless here with my special guest. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Yes, I'm Kenzie Bastion, and I'm the past East Tennessee State Vice President.
So, what is your favorite part about convention? Like, what sets your heart on fire, your best memory?
Oh, my best memory. I just love convention just because you get to see the thousands of members that come, and we celebrate the success of the whole entire year. And just seeing, like, everybody come up and be rewarded for what they worked hard throughout the whole entire year, and see friends and supporters, and just have that opportunity to see them and connect with them.
That's awesome. So, what made you become a state officer for the state of Tennessee?
Yes, okay. What made me become a state officer was probably the words of encouragement, love, and support that I had throughout the year. And having that love and support from those individuals throughout my life just made me want to do that for the members of my association. And so that's one thing that I made sure to be intentional about as my state officer year, is just showing that love, support, and encouragement.
That's awesome. Thank you for this short interview with me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Emily. Of course, with all the different awards being recognized out here, there's a great opportunity for young people, and we want to remind you, it's not necessarily about the winning, it's about the effort that takes place. Sure, you'd like to be recognized, but the bottom line is it takes effort, and if we all put forth more effort, we'll all be better off. Let's meet another one of those out-of-state guests, and come on in. Who'd you find?
Well, I'm Abby Greer, and I'm with?
I'm Tess Seibel, and I'm currently serving as the Virginia FFA State President.
Awesome. So what has been your favorite part of Ohio's FFA convention so far?
Yeah, definitely. So this is one of my first times in the state of Ohio. So I really didn't know what to expect when I walked into this convention hall with 9,000 plus FFA members, but I can tell you that Ohio FFA members and supporters are some of the most passionate and loving people that I've ever met. I feel absolutely at home, and it's just that passion and love to do good things and to serve others that I'm just absolutely inspired by.
That's so great to hear. So what's your favorite part about being a state officer?
I think that being a state officer, it's kind of like I just said, it's meeting FFA members. I think that every state officer is here because of that love for FFA members and what they bring to the table. So this is an absolutely incredible opportunity to meet people from other states. And it just solidifies in my mind the love and the passion that FFA members are known for, that will make a difference in our world.
Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your convention.
Thank you.
And we've got one more for you to meet. Mackenzie was out visiting. She had to wait till her guest actually came off stage because she had a special address that she had for the program. Maybe she'll tell us more about that. Mackenzie, come on in.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Mackenzie Hogan. I'm here to introduce to you a special guest of mine.
Yeah, I'm Erica Beyer, and I'm originally from Iowa.
All right, Erica. So I was just wondering, so have you been to other conventions? And if you have, what other messages have you kind of conveyed to everyone else?
Yeah, so I've been to Utah, Idaho, Iowa, and now Ohio. So a bunch of all the same syllables all in one. But pretty similar message. One of my goals this year is I want members and guests to know that it's okay to give yourself a chance and to be confident in who you are and what you're doing. And so that's the message that I've tried to convey wherever I've gone.
That's really amazing. Speaking of convention, National Conventions is only in 6 months. So are you pretty excited about it?
Yeah, it is crazy. It's gone super fast.
That's awesome. So you were talking to me earlier about the slogan that's kind of going to go with convention this year. So can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, we are pumped to be able to introduce just this week our convention theme, which is Just One. This idea kind of sparked from a conversation between my teammates and I. We kept talking about how we got to where we are today, and the words just one kept coming up, whether it was just one agriculture class or just one teacher or just one chance that we took. And so with a little bit of encouragement from others, we decided to create a theme with that, hoping to encourage other members and guests to take their just one and amplify that across the nation.
That is amazing. I'm super excited for convention. I can't wait to see you there, and I hope you have a great rest of your convention, and thank you so much for doing this interview.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you, guys.
And Mackenzie, great job. And again, that was our National FFA Secretary. And just one more session involved for you here. Remember to check back with us at 6:30. Our sessions, again, brought to you at ocj.com by the folks at Wilmington College. This is a special session. You'll see the retiring address. You'll find out who the new state officers are serving our organization for the coming year. And you'll meet several hundred state FFA degree recipients. Thanks for joining us from the Ohio FFA Convention. Next to the final session, I'm Dale Minyo.
As a former Ohio FFA officer, I believe that the future of agriculture continues here at Wilmington College.